ダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いお酒でも歪めない思い出がバカみたい
Cleo is a free 4-star staff unit that was given to all players in the beginning of the story. She is the very first healer available to players in early game and is a great healer for early games. Her usability in late game increased drastically when she received her mana spiral upgrade, which granted her more healing and additional utility. Let's look into what she has to offer and assess her usability. Elder Cure costs around 5900 SP and heals everyone with 130% potency and removes paralysis. This skill has an average SP for a standard healing skill, and the skill in itself has a good healing due to its improved potency. Overall it's a straightforward skill that does its job well. Ancient Aegis costs around 8500 SP. It grants a 25% defense buff to the whole team and heals the entire team for 15 seconds with 35% potency every 2.9 seconds. This skill has a high cost, but the defense buff is sufficient enough to justify the cost. The healing that it comes with is a nice bonus. Overall the increase in defense is more preferred especially in late game content, and the healing works well with it, even though it doesn't heal as much as the first skill. Her co-abilities consist of the usual recovery potency buff and an unusual chain co-ability for a healer, Dragon's Claws. It provides a permanent strength buff every time she shapeshifts, with a maximum of 32% after 3 transformations. Since strength is a part of the healing formula as shown here, and the fact that in late game she does need to transform from time to time means that this co-ability works surprisingly well on her. Her unique ability, Magical Modification, grants her 2 things, the first being 100% skill prep, and the second being the ability to dispel a buff with a force strike after using her skill 1. This ability is impressive, as skill prep can heal the team right away after tanking an opening blast, or buff up team defense to tank said blast. The dispel ability is crucial for Kayan stages, with units that can dispel being highly sought after in his stages. Overall this ability makes her more versatile and therefore make her a step above most other healing units. Her resistance is potent paralysis resist, which gives her a strength buff that can slightly buff her healing skills. Her last ability increases her defense when her HP is 70% or above, which is a nice survivability buff. Her preferred abilities are standard to all healing units in game, which are skill haste, recovery potency, and any HP and defense buffing abilities. For her dragon, I would put Azazel, since he has her HP buff and skill haste. Ebisu is a good and free option as he has the best HP buff among all shadow dragons accompanied by a healing skill. High Zodiac and Nidhogg are also decent options with their HP and strength buffs. Her preferred equipment would definitely be the Agito staff, not only for its stats, but its skills too, which increase her survivability and allows her to charge her skills faster. Again, I would not recommend the High Zodiac staff if you have not get one, as Kayan is a pushover when compared to High Zodiac, whose stage is one of the harder stages among High Dragon trials. The Chimera Tech staff is also a decent alternative. For her Wimprints, these will do. Healers generally do not have many variation due to their fixed role, so the prints here can work with nearly all healing units in game, with the exception of Heenwald and Grace. For being one of the first characters introduced into the game, Healer Cleo is still relevant till this very day. She along with Elissanne has the most variation in game, with 4 different versions which are impressive in their own rights. Obviously these two got lots of love from the devs, and for me, I prefer Cleo 'cause reasons. Personal preferences aside, Cleo is a great healer and is one of the two shadow healers that are highly sought after in co-op, with the other being Grace. Overall I would definitely recommend Cleo, especially if you don't have Grace. That's all from me. Moga out.
愉快よ。もう必ず到達せん。
邪魔です。これくらいの結果当然でしょう。